Hey guys, this is Richard here. Had a lot of response from the spreadsheet that I posted, so I figured I'd make a video so you can better understand what I did here. I'm sure it makes sense in my head, but not to everyone else. Um, so basically, I based everything off of the after repair value here. So anything in blue, which I put here, is needs to be input. So you take the ARV, which is say 330,000. The market rent about $2,000, and for net rent, I based that off of the 60% rule that there will be 40% of your rent charges will go towards maintenance costs or property management, things like that. So that's a good basis to go off of, but always do your own research on that. I put it there for maintenance costs. So I'm looking at a townhome that has $380 in maintenance costs. So this is the basic outline. There's 3 offers, and I got the idea originally from Matt Terrio from the Epic podcast, and he does 3 offers. The first one being all cash, so that's like a wholesaling price of about 70%. You can do your minus repairs. The second one would be a 90% ARV, or however much you want to put there, but it would be closer to what the seller wants. I put in here little down. This will be owner financed with a percentage, which you can choose by kind of going through here and putting in a few different percentages to see what you'll come out with. For this one, you're going to do interest-only payments over a 10-year loan. So you're not going to do the actual balance. That'll stay the same, and you'll be due within 10 years. But within that time, you can refinance the loan. You could sell the property with 10 years of appreciation, and later on, I'll show you how to use the calculation of that to figure out what that is quickly. And then the third offer is going to be your highest price amount offer. As you can see, it went up every time, so 231, 90% is 273. Well, actually I'd change the value to 83%. This will be about 92%. So this will be the highest one. It's going to look very attractive. A lot of the time this is the one you're going to want to go towards based on the cash on cash return. So it's going to have the highest cash down as well. But you're going to say equal payments to the owner, so you're not going to actually pay interest on that. So that's good for a long-term investment. You're not paying any interest, so basically it's a free loan. And over time, the property will most likely appreciate substantially over, say, 10 years. I had the idea of, in this row you can see the payment terms. This one's based off of 10-year. For the larger amounts, you can do say a 30-year mortgage length, but I had the idea of doing a 10-year balloon. So basically, it will be 10 years of equal payments for a term that's 360 months or 3 years. So you can get a lower payments per month, but the balance will be due within 10 years. So they still get the money, but you get a lower cost of payment each month, giving you more cash flow. So now I've kind of explained these. I'll go down the row a bit. So we have the offer amount, we have the cash down. Offer 1's going to be all cash, so you can see that high price there. Offer 2 is going to be a lower amount, 10,000. Offer 3 is 30,000. This is the remaining balance of the loan, which you can have held by the owner. Payment term, like I just went over, 120 months for 10 year, 360 for 30 years. And then it'll break down per month what your payments are if you have a balance. So this one, you're not paying actually off the principal, so that's going to stay, blank. This one automatically calculates. It's going to be 769 per month, just balance payments. So you can work in here what your owner finance would be, what percentage you're going to use. There's obviously no owner financing on the first offer, that's all cash. The second one will be, you can work 3 or 4%. generally owners will be happy with that. You can explain to them you're making maybe 1% in your your savings or your CD, whatever you have, and you can basically monetize the system to them so it's attractive to them. And the financing payment works out here. Since it's 3%, it's $6.59 per month. You can kind of work out here what the difference will be, and then you can see here net rent, just another view of that. I put in here what the rent minus the maintenance would be, and it's kind of like a top of what your profits could be, but I wouldn't use that as anything straightforward. It's just kind of like a max what you could make. Then we get into the real numbers here, net income per month. So this is what you're going to be making, most likely profit, bottom line. So at 4%, your second one is going to make $320 for you per month. If you're doing just the balance here, on offer 3, $430, and at the top offer 1 is all cash, so everything that comes in is going to be cash. I did it by year, so you can kind of see what you could be making. The gross is basically what I named the rent minus maintenance. So it's kind of a max, it's just a top of the line price. So you can see between here, you could make most likely $320 minimum, $740 is your highest per month, but I wouldn't use that as a basis. But now you can see the main thing that your offers are going to make here, which is the cash on cash return. So basically what you put down as your cash, annualized, so you take what you make, you multiply it by 12 times to make it annual, and then you compare that against your income. And so with the all cash offer, you make a 6% cash on cash return, which is pretty good. A lot of people would like to try to make, say, 10%, but that doesn't take into account flips. This is based off of buy and hold. So in the second offer is pretty attractive. So your cash on cash return is going to be 38%, off of a $10,000 cash down. Someone may need more than that for a down payment, but you can negotiate that, obviously. And then the last offer, which is all balance, has a higher down payment. Is going to be 17%, which is still a very good return on cash. And we'll get into financing the actual down payment as well, which will put you at, infinite percent of cash on cash return. So 10-year net, based off of the net income per year, just over 10 years is what I base the investment on. So 144,000, not too bad by itself. 38,000, very little down, fantastic. 51,000 over 10 years with the last offer, not too bad. And then you get to see your upper ends. So you have the 194,000, 88,000, and then 102,000. And I also threw in over here, if you end up scrolling all this way over, basically if you resold the property after 10 years, I guesstimated about 5% per year of appreciation in the property. So in the projected 10-year price, it went from about 330 to 495,000. So then you can see what you make after the resale. In this case, it'd be about 148,000. Now I didn't actually do a proper calculation on the projected 10-year price. You have to do a bit better math than just multiplying it times 0.5, because every year it's based off the new balance. So I just have to put a new calculation in there, but it's close enough for now. So total 10-year net offer. Actually, I'll skip this part because I didn't get into the down payment financed. So here, the external finance money down for the different offers. So this is where you get into where I said here, the infinite cash return percentage. So this is for offer 3. I kind of put them backwards here, 3 and 2. Cash down for offer 3. I set an annual percentage rate to, say, a personal lender. This would be someone maybe you met through your local real estate meetups. You know, people you tell what you do. Once they see that good flips, they're going to be interested in how can I get involved. Well, you can actually get them involved by having them finance your cash down. That way you have zero money in the game. And obviously I'm not a professional advisor, so this is all theoretically, of course, right? So annual percentage rate of 6%. So that puts you about $150 per month of what you're going to pay that person who lent you the money. That's an interest payment of $1,800 per year, and after you take out your payments, which offer 3 uses the balance as well, so that's going to put you about $280 per month. So let me actually change this back to owner finance percentage to 3% for offer 2. That's what I was kind of working with. Generally in your area you probably have better rent to cost of house balance, so it's a bit easier for you guys to get a higher number per month. Here in Hawaii we have very high purchase prices compared to our rents, so I would offer in this case 3%, but a lot of deals can be done with 6% owner financing up to, and to some people that's very attractive. But in my case I've done 3%, and that's going to return me $473 per month, and I've put no balance down, and that's with a $10,000 cash down. With the net profits per year, you can see that times 10 years, 33,000, 56,000. Very good numbers for properties that you haven't put any money into. And if you know, maybe you need some little bit of TLC and you don't have the money for that, you could maybe use some of the money to fix up the property, you know, raise up this cash down a bit, you know, bring this up to say 40,000, and then use that money to fix it up. But obviously be honest about what you're doing with the money. You can put them on the property title. You can look into the specifics of that. I'm sure there's something in the post about it. So looking at gross profit per year, 8,400, 10,723, that's the higher amount. That's kind of going to be your max. So look at this number more as your baseline, what you could safely make. Gross tenure, you know, have the big numbers here. And then with the 10-year net costs and having the balance owner finance, or the balance, yeah, obviously financed, and having the down payment financed by personal lenders, after 10 years you can kind of see it'll be $182,000 after paying everything off, and the gross upward side is about $232,000. And obviously you can play with these calculations once you understand how everything works. And here's a quick 2 tools that I added in here. What you're basically doing is here you have a market rent and you have a cash on cash percentage that you're trying to reach. So say you want to have a 10% cash on cash return. The market rent's about $2,000. That's all you really need to know for a very quick estimate. You're going to want to know a bit more about the property, but this is kind of like a safety net, a reverse calculation of what's going on up here. So say you want to make 12%, that's pretty high return. Market rents 2,000%. That's well over the 1% rule, almost into the 2% rule, which is 1% of the purchase price should be what the market rent. So say $1,000 rent for a $100,000 property. So this is a bit higher. So if you have you want a 12% return, you can offer them $120,000 cash for the house. The net rent here will show $1,200, which is 60% of 2,000, and then the net rent per year is kind of what you'll be making per year. Obviously that's rounded as well. For fix and flip, I'd find myself constantly referring back to how much a closing will cost, blah blah blah. So I just put in a quick calculator, months to hold max. So maybe if the market's a bit slow, but if you price your house right and have it staged properly, it's probably going to sell pretty quickly. So you probably want to have like a 6 months max. Repair estimates 15,000, maintenance costs per month, which it pulls from the top left. Maintenance cost. What you want to make for an assignment fee. This is for all us wholesalers. So you want to make your $15,000 or what have you. And then it pulls the ARV from the top left. Let me see here. So this is basically if you make an all-cash offer. So if you want to be around the 70%, it would be around $231,000. This shows the closing costs on the first sign, which is about 2%. Closing costs on the after repair value price, maybe a little bit high. You could possibly do use the same title company or escrow company, and they'll give you possibly a discount. This is 3% for the realtor commission, which is half of 6%, which is usually what happens on the back end. You split the costs. These are holding costs, which are months to hold times the maintenance cost. So about $2,400. So this is the whole middle room that you, the wholesaler, if you are one, the investor, what do you have to work with? So total $75,480, and then minus your assignment fee will bring it down to $60,000. So you can quickly, show someone this is going to be about a $60,000, profit for you. You want to show the benefit to the end buyer up front. Everyone wants to know what they're going to make. They don't care what you're presenting. You got to build that relationship. So that's the overall with this. Let me know if you have any questions. I'll be doing some updates to this. I'm going to post this to the message board. Hopefully everyone can download it from there. But happy wholesaling and good luck.